Hello, I'm Kelly Orchard. I created this video in November 2018. My dad, Ken Orchard, and I have been doing some videos about radio and Dad's long career as a broadcaster. I found this recording of an Aircheck from 1993 when we were operating our radio station, KVVQ, in Victorville, California. I didn't normally do the morning show, but was sitting in to sub on a date that happened to be the 13th anniversary of KVVQ. So I put together an anniversary show and invited my dad to share the story of the birth of his radio station. It was rare that Dad was on the air live, and I'm so glad I had saved this recording. I added pictures from the time period that we talk about. This rediscovered recording was 25 years old in 2018.
AM from the County Board of Supervisors after a long ordeal. And people that have been listening to the station for all these years will know that we had an unbelievable fight to build the 4 towers out in the Oak Hills area and to put KVVQ on the air. And finally, after litigation and so forth, we finally won, and that happened on the my 50th birthday. And then you came up, auditioned the job, and then we gave you the job, and you moved down here and started to work in 1988 then, right?
Right, January 4th.
Right.
Okay, on the phone with us is, hello. Gripping. Thanks a lot, Scott. This is fun stuff.
What's up, gang?
Well, we are having an anniversary party.
Scott, I want to shake you and ask you, why don't you just stay away?
Well, I've been listening for the last hour, and
good morning,
you
sir.
covered a lot of ground here with what KVVQ has accomplished in the last 13 years, but Jeff's last call, now we're responsible for the spread of confusion.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank Jeff for pointing that out.
Yeah.
Because Kelly and yours truly, Brother Scott, yes, in our later years, did suffer from chicken pox.
That's right.
But I had no idea that it was from association
with radio,
with KVVQ radio.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, you know.
And now I will be taking advantage of some of my stress pay and some of my,
what
work
stress
spent,
pay?
time and suffering, and even some cosmetic things that has happened to my back and face since that chicken pox incident. And I'll be holding KVVQ directly responsible for that. How's everyone doing?
We're doing fine. We're
Happy
going to run this.
anniversary.
Thank you. We're going to run this show until you come back.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, 13 years, that's a real benchmark anniversary year for a radio station or anything.
Any kind of a business, especially when you're talking a family business. 13 years working together. God, I
That's
hate
like
you.
more than a decade.
Yeah.
That's a baker's dozen.
Yes, it
I
is.
think it's ironic. Baker Jim, first advertising.
Yeah.
We're celebrating the Baker Jim anniversary.
Baker Jim anniversary. All right, now, Scott, I want you to stay on the phone for this. This is when we transcended in 1988.
Now, as far as John shaking me because I'm paying attention to the radio while on my vacation, I must remind him that last year when I had Hasty on the air, John couldn't keep himself away.
Yeah, that's
from
true.
all the
That's
radio
true.
stations
Yeah,
as
I was
well.
calling every day. Yeah.
So it is sort of an addictive thing.
It's interesting. You're on vacation, Scott, and Brad will miss this morning too because
He's going up to
and
Laughlin.
he's over in Laughlin. They're on their way over there now, and with sales manager Bob Montague.
See, when you're on vacation, you can't afford to go to Laughlin, but when you go on business, then
You can go to Laughlin.
justify it.
You need to come back to work so you can
who's
take a
having more
vacation.
fun, Brad, who's working, or me, who's at home broke?
Probably Brad.
All right, listen, you guys.
KVVQ FM, the High Deserts FM, with a tradition of firsts. First in the area of broadcasting in stereo from back in 1980. Always there when you need us for news for over 8 years. First in contests with a winning tradition of prizes, including cars, trips, cruises, stereos, TVs, furniture, spas, and thousands of dollars in cash. And always first at the forefront of today's music. And consistently rated #1 by you. We're the people's choice, a proven winner. The tradition of excellence will continue into the 1990s. Count on it. From #1, KVVQ FM.
Do you remember that from 1988?
Yeah, it was a liner that Bobby Ocean cut, so we called it an ocean liner.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was called. But when Brad wrote those and he sent them to Bobby, he told him he wanted him to emphasize the Q.
Right.
Right.
Because there was going to be a change coming, which would involve Q quite in the forefront.
Right.
So he said, emphasize the Q,
Right.
which he did. He said KVVQ.
Which was this now.
Q103, KVVQ FM. The innovator, not the imitator. Moving forward with music that's on the threshold of the 1990s. The FM that stands for fresh music. The all-new Q103.
So we kind of updated our image a little bit in 1988.
But you know, that image, that was very interesting because we've proven this morning that we were using the Q way back in 1980 and in 81 with the Q card and everything else. Everybody kept saying, oh, you're doing something brand new, but we had been doing the Q as the music station with our old jingles and so forth. Just kind of emphasized it now in 1988.
And this is a promo that really ticked off our friends down the street.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. Daddy, what comes after Q?
Nothing. That was a great promo. That was excellent.
Yes.
Do you
Of course,
know,
here at KVVQ, why is a question.
Not a radio station.
it's just, you know, and there's Ys all over the nation now. There's a Y95 in Atlanta. There's another one in Miami. There's one in Phoenix. I mean, it's just it's like a McDonald's franchise. Anyway, let's talk about the great things. So that after 13 years that we've accomplished, Scott, do you remember whose little voice, the girl on that particular?
Yeah, and we have to cut this short. As you know, I'm on vacation, and I have a refrigerator to clean, and I have a coffee table to dust off, and I've got cartoons to watch with the kids.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so, you know, I really heavy schedule, pressed for time.
Scott, 9 o'clock, Family Feud, Channel 2.
Okay, gotcha.
Thanks, Scott, then.
See you later, Scott.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Okay, and then we started doing different things with radio, and we had the very first High Desert Radiothon, and this was a promo from Dale Evans.
Q103 salutes the Day of the Child, Thursday, December 1st. Hello, I'm Dale Evans Rogers, inviting you to listen as Q103 participates in the nationwide simulcast of the song Dear Mr. Jesus. Hearing this song will help raise the awareness of the national epidemic of child abuse on December 1st. Please listen to Q103 and give generously to the Cooper Home Fund. Brad Orchard and John Barry will remain on the air all day asking for your support for the Cooper Home for Abused Children. You can also show your support by driving with your headlights on. It's the Cooper Home Benefit Radiothon, Thursday, December 1st, on the radio station that really cares about kids, Q103.
And that was the very first radiothon in the High Desert.
That was.
We raised over $30,000.
Mm-hmm.
And John, in the news now, there's a golf tournament coming up at Spring Valley Lake that's still with the Cooper Home, isn't it?
Exactly,
This month, as a matter of fact.
It's the Roy Rogers Dale Evans Celebrity Golf Tournament.
Right. Mm-hmm. And the dinner before that and so forth, so contact the organization. They're in the phone book.
But we were also involved in some kind of a nationwide contest for Day of the Child.
Right. Now you want to hear this?
Yeah.
On December 1st, 1988, history was made. It was the International Day of the Child, a time to celebrate children, a time to protect children. On December 1st, Q103 Radio participated in the nationwide simulcast of the song Dear Mr. Jesus. On that day, we asked you to give generously to the Cooper Home Fund to help build the Cooper Home for Abused Children in Apple Valley. And you responded. Q103 listeners gave over $30,000 during our first annual radiothon for the Cooper Home. Thanks to you, Q103 won first place among radio stations nationwide in the promotion category for the first annual International Day of the Child. On Saturday, Q103 received special recognition from the author and artist of the song Dear Mr. Jesus and the founder of the International Day of the Child, Mr. Richard Klender. Richard Klender will be making a very special personal appearance at Picnic Place at the Mall of Victor Valley Saturday from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. You can meet Richard and receive free autographed copies of his hit single, Dear Mr. Jesus, and play the birthday cash box, too. Join Dear Mr. Jesus author Richard Klender and all of us for a very special reception Saturday from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. at Picnic Place in the Mall of Victor Valley from the radio station that cares about kids, Q103.
Heavy stuff.
Yeah, kind of got chills up and down my spine.
I know. We've done some really good things in this community.
13
KVVQ
years.
has. Yeah, 13 years. Now, we're going to do a couple of...
John, what do you think about news in the 5.5 years you've been here?
What do I think about news?
Yeah.
I think that this place has been jumping. I'm not sure exactly what it was like before I got here, but I know that since I got here, there are so many things going on that it's definitely kept me on my toes and continues to.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be one of my trivia questions is what was the first radiothon for? All right, now I want to move on to 1989, a year later, and we did the very first movie premiere. There was no movie premieres in the high desert before this time, and this is what we did.
Q103, the exciting radio station, welcomes an AMC Victor Valley 10 Theaters presentation. It's the story of a bounty hunter that asks the question, why does it take a real man to bring in a lady in a pink Cadillac?
Honey, I just wonder what you're doing in the back of your pink Cadillac. Hey, Cadillac. Hey, hey.
It's Q103's exclusive premiere showing of Pink Cadillac, starring Clint Eastwood and Bernadette Peters. Be among the first to see Clint and Bernadette in Pink Cadillac, rated PG-13, at the AMC Victor Valley 10 Theaters.
You've got to ask yourself, can I afford to miss it? Well, can you?
Q103's exclusive premiere showing is Thursday night, May 25th. To be there, just be the designated caller when we give you the cue to call the High Desert's Hot FM. Q103.
All right, the very first movie premiere.
I think we've gotten...
Pink Cadillac.
Just like Clint Eastwood, I think we've gotten better with age.
Yeah. All right, that's going to be another trivia question is what was the very first movie premiere? And now, there is no more George Air Force Base. And in August of 1989, right after our, the 9th anniversary, we did this.
They're gonna put me in the movies, and all I gotta do is act naturally. Together again, I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to see. Oh, the sun's gonna shine in my life once more. Love's gonna live here again.
Hi, everybody. This is Buck Owens inviting you out to George Air Force Base on Saturday, September 9th for the Desert Communities and National United Way kickoff picnic and concert and the 10,000 Musical Chair World Record event. I'm going to be there along with all the buckaroos, and we're going to be playing music. We're going to be on stage having a big time. So remember, be sure and be there. That's September 9th. And also keep in mind that it benefits the United Way. And now, here's some ticket information.
All right, so Buck Owens came out and...
Such a hometown kind of guy.
That's right.
So remember...
I think we were country.
Yeah.
As I recall, I think that the musical chair attempt was unsuccessful, but then
They didn't get 10,000, no.
Right.
They almost reached
But
it.
then a year later or 2 years later, the world's longest hot dog was accomplished at Maverick Stadium
Right.
for the United Way kickoff.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be another trivia question. No, that's not going to be one of them. This one was same summer.
Q103, the Hot FM with Hot Fun in the Summertime. Keep listening for your hot tickets to the premieres of each of this summer's blockbuster motion pictures. Then, listen to win your summer vacation by guessing the secret zip code electronically programmed into the zip code box. And keep a lookout for the Q103 Hot Van for the Heat Relief Patrol. Plus, continuous on-location events. It's all part of Hot Fun in the Summertime on the High Desert's Hot FM. Q103.
Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby. And now we won an award for this promotion.
When you're not even thinking about it. When you least expect it, the Q103 hot van could pull you over and give you cash.
I don't think my husband's going to believe this. I don't believe this is happening. Now see why I tell you to wear your safety belts, kids.
Get your 1989 edition Q103 bumper sticker at any Victor Valley or Barstow area 7-Eleven store now. Then, sticker on. You could win $50 in cash on the spot from the Q103 hot van. Or, if you got your seatbelts on, you could win $103 in cash. So, sticker on, buckle up, and win.
First time I ever seen it when you were honking, I thought, maybe I'm drifting over or something, and then I seen her flashing the 50, and I see the Q103. I thought, gosh.
I can use $103. Hey, you guys are great. She put the stickers on. I wasn't thinking I'd ever get stopped, but this was great.
Q103 sticker, just because I like Q103 better than any other station up here.
I seen a girl, she's pointing in my car, she's going like, and I looked behind me, and I seen a black van, but I didn't know who it was. It's Q103. Q103 gives out the most cash.
All right, now we won an award from the CHP for that, for encouraging people to buckle up. We had it on our billboards, we had it on the promos, we were giving people money if they buckled up, and the CHP for that gave us a special citation award back in 1989, and that's going to be one of my trivia questions coming up after the 9 o'clock news. We're going to take this probably into the 9:30 hour of this show. I've got just a few more things I want to remind our listeners of. All right, so we're going to take care of some business. John Barry's got 9 o'clock news. I got some more trivia questions for you, and then I'm going to play the promo about the March rally that Maggie Kagi was talking about a little bit earlier when the war broke out.
Oh, yeah. Also, well, what happened to the first song played?
The first song, I'm saving that.
Okay.
I'm saving that. We will take care of that. That is our grand prize for today. I have 3 trivia questions for after the 9 o'clock news, which is, what was the first radiothon for? What was the first movie premiere? Which is the second trivia question. And the third will be, what promotion did we win an award for? So, John Barry's got KVVQ News, and we'll be back with those questions coming up. Guys, the big and tall guys.
Clean up the studio here first.
All right, KVVQ FM 859. John Barry's got KVVQ News coming up for you in just a couple of minutes, and then more trivia questions and a little bit more memories on the history of KVVQ, celebrating 13 years broadcasting under Orchard Broadcasting Company in the high desert.
The good people at Payless Drive. Overnight, a low of 60. Currently in the high desert, 77. Back with more news at noon.
Okay, and we're going to make you stay with us for a little while, John.
Where am I going to go?
Where are you going to go? All right, now I said that I will have some trivia questions right after the news, so we're going to do those right away, and then I want to play the promo for the March Rally, and then another radiothon that was pretty successul that we did. So I'm going to open the phone lines right now. The first trivia question is, what was the first radiothon for? That was our first question. I want the answer for that. What was the first radiothon ever done in the high desert? What did we do it for? The second one is, what was the first movie premiere in the high desert? And the other one was, what promotion did KVVQ win an award for? And we're going to take this caller right here. Hello, who's this?
Chuck Fisher.
Jeff Fisher?
Chuck
Fisher. How you doing, Chuck? Do you know the answer to the first question? What was the first radiothon for?
Yes, it was the help found the Cooper home.
Yeah. That's right.
Very good.
Right, very good, Chuck. How long have you been listening?
About 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Really? Well, all right. Do you have any special memories? Does KVVQ present for you? Something that's happened when you were listening to the radio or something?
Won lots of movie tickets.
You won lots of movie tickets. Well, a lot of people have won those. All right. Well, Chuck Fisher, thank you for listening for the last 10 years. And you're right. It was the Cooper Home for Abused Children was the very first radiothon ever in the high desert. And what I have for you is a round of golf for 2 at Spring Valley Lake Country Club. You play golf?
Kind of miniature.
Well, this is the real thing, and you could do that. I also have 4 Speedway tickets for you for this Saturday night, and a $25 gift certificate to Jonathan C's Seafood Restaurant in Apple Valley. It's worth about $100.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome, Chuck.
Well, thank you, Chuck, for listening. And the next trivia question is, what was the first movie premiere done in the high desert? And we still have phones lit up. So, hello, who's this?
Good morning, Kelly. This is Lonnie Benson calling.
Hi, Lonnie. Your name was mentioned yesterday.
It was.
Yes.
Oh, shucks. You know, I had to go down the hill and I didn't hear it.
Oh, well, John was just talking about you being one of our longtime listeners, weren't you, John?
Yes, I was.
You don't go away, I'm telling you. All right, so Lonnie, do you know the answer? What was the first movie premiere?
Yeah, with Pink Cadillac.
Did you go to it?
Yes, I did. I went to quite a few of your outings. Ever since I moved up here in '86, I really got involved in your radio station, and your family has been so wonderful to me, including John.
Including John.
Yeah.
He's not part of the family, but he might as well be now.
Orchard, but still, he's part of the family.
Yeah, he is. Well, thank you very much, Lonnie. What I have for you is a round of golf for two at Spring Valley Lake Country Club.
Great.
$25 gift certificate at Jonathan C's Seafood Restaurant in Apple Valley. And
two old Elf Ken jokes.
Oh, great.
And I also have 2 Speedway tickets for this Saturday night's races.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
All right, well,
I'm going to keep listening forever and ever.
Thanks, Lonnie, so much. We appreciate that.
Okay.
Okay, we'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, and the last trivia question for this break is, what promotion did we win an award for? And we're going to take this caller right here. How you doing?
Hello, Kelly.
Who's this?
It's Elsie.
This is Elsie. Oh, you've been listening a long time, too.
Yeah.
All right, well, do you know the answer, what we won a award for?
For the seatbelts?
Right, for the seatbelts for the Buckle Up and Win campaign.
It's actually called Sticker On, Buckle Up, and Win.
And Win, that's right. So Elsie Johnson. And now, how long have you been listening,
12
Elsie?
years.
12 years.
Yeah.
Since you've lived up here.
Yeah, well, I've been here 13.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, what I have for you, Elsie, is a round of golf for two at Spring Valley Lake Country Club.
Okay.
I also have 4 Speedway tickets for this Saturday night's races and a $25 gift certificate to Jonathan C's.
And 3 elf jokes.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Elsie, for giving us a call and for continuing to be a faithful listener. We really appreciate that.
Well, you guys have a good day.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, Elsie.
Thanks, Elsie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, now we'll have more trivia. I have a couple more trivia questions to come up in a bit. In fact, 2 more. The grand prize will be 2 6-month memberships to Family Fitness Center, and that is going to be for the first song ever played on the airways. Now, we haven't not even given a clue for that, and we're just going to start discussing it. But what I want to play right now is what Maggie talked about when the war broke out, and we helped to coordinate a rally out at Hesperia High School.
Sunday, join hundreds of your friends and neighbors and support the men and women serving our country in the Gulf. Those of us who support the troops, their families, and President Bush will march on Main Street in Hesperia to the Hesperia High School football field to rally in support. Join marching bands, local leaders, and High Desert families for the High Desert Support March and Rally. Gather at the Stater Brothers Shopping Center at Main Street and 9th Avenue in Hesperia between noon and 1 p.m. Sunday as we march to the Hesperia High School football field for patriotic music by June Wade and remarks by local officials at 2. For more information over the weekend, call 244-5106 or 247-7830 and join us Sunday at noon at Main and 9th Street in Hesperia at the Stater Brothers Shopping Center for the High Desert Support March, supporting our troops in the Gulf, their families, and the President of the United States. In the High Desert, we're making history Sunday.
And that was a very exciting event. Thousands of people showed up, not just hundreds.
Oh, yeah, it was massive.
It was on television nationwide.
Yes, it was humongous. All right. Now what I have here to play is probably, I would say, in the years we've had hundreds of different advertisers. And they've all had their different successes, but there is one particular commercial that people to this day still talk about. In fact, I was out with the owner of that store a couple of weeks ago, in fact, about a month ago, and somebody still mentioned it to her, and we have not played this commercial for a long time. This is going to be one of my trivia questions, and it is this.
You're traveling through another dimension. You're about to enter the Twilight Zone, where the greatest mystery looming over the universe is the meaning of D&G flooring. Could D&G mean deal and guarantee, or distinguished and glorious, or darn good, or dandy and great, dependable and glimmering? Perhaps. But perhaps it's someone's names, like Dawn and Gloria, Danny and George, Dennison and Grottweiler, Dad and Grandpa, or David and Goliath. While the true answer eludes most, one thing is clear. D&G Flooring, your complete design center for flooring and window coverings, and the home of Designs 2000, located on Industrial Boulevard in Victorville, means great quality products, great service, and low prices. But still, the puzzle persists. What is the D&G in D&G Flooring for? It couldn't be decorate gloriously, could it? Or maybe destroy gunk. There's really only one thing it could mean. D&G Flooring must stand for don't guess.
Okay. That's the, I would say, the most talked about commercial that we have ever had.
It's almost like the Jimmy Durante, Mrs. Calabash, you know, good night wherever you are. Nobody ever did find out who Mrs. Calabash is, and nobody ever found out what D&G stood for.
We could tell them. Nah, that'll ruin it. All right, and then May of 1990, as we were sitting here, and we were now a top 40 station, dance-oriented station, and we wanted to get involved in the community in a very interesting way, and I performed the Q Crew with another girl that used to work here at the radio station. This was the promo to get it started in 1990.
Okay, Tokyo, South America, Australia, France, Germany, UK.
If you've always liked to dance in the streets, well, here's your chance. Audition to be part of the Q Crew, a hot new dance company sponsored by Q103.
Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Summer's here, and the time is right for dancing in the street.
Let's do it.
If you're 16 or older, submit a photo and fill out an application at the Q103 Studios, 11920 Hesperia Road in Hesperia. We're excited. If you're excited, pick up your application right away. Deadline is April 25th, and soon the Q Crew will be dancing in the streets. So, if you want to dance, we're looking for you. Whether your background is in cheerleading, gymnastics, or dancing, we're looking for talent to form the Q Crew.
Okay, so the Q Crew formed. We performed at the fair several times, lots of KVVQ promotions, and over 30 schools in the high desert with positive messages for elementary and junior high school kids to stay in school, stay off drugs, and get involved in your community, which we have had several letters written about that, and lots of coverage on the Q Crew. That was a lot of fun. That turn you on, sorry.
You had some articles in the Daily Press, too. They're coming.
Yeah, we sure did. We had a lot of fun with the Q Crew. And, in fact, they just performed at the fair just last couple of weeks ago. And so one of the trivia questions I want to ask now, we're gonna wind this down now. And we have to give out some clues as to what the very first song that was ever played on these airwaves were. And I will say it is not from 1980. It was not a 1980 song. It was all the way back from 1974. Okay. And I know that there are some listeners out there who know what that song was, but first let's do the first one. What was the most talked about radio commercial that we've had? And let's see the phones light up now. I have a call right here. Is there somebody still there? Hello, are you there? Hello? All right, that person left. All right. Hello, who's this?
Lori Ramos.
Lori Ramos?
Yeah.
Lori, do you remember what our most famous radio commercial was?
D&G Flooring.
Do you know what the D&G in D&G stands for?
No, I don't.
Nobody does.
Do you wish to know?
No, it's better to be a mystery.
Good.
I think so too. I think
All right,
we'll just leave it a mystery. All right, Lori.
We'll let you know on our 25th anniversary.
Yeah, we'll hang on to that. All right, what I have for you is lunch at Taco Bell for 2 and 2 Speedway tickets for tomorrow Saturday night's races.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
Thanks for calling.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to take this call here. Hello, who's this?
Hi, it's Pat Wilkerson.
Pat Wilkerson. How you doing, Pat?
Hi, good.
Good. You've been listening for quite a while yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How long?
Since this morning.
Since you started. No, I couldn't have got all those prizes. Since you started.
Since 1980?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you? Okay, we're going to get into the first song now. Do you know what the first song we ever played was?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, I can't even think of.
I mentioned it last Friday.
Why don't you play three notes and see if you can identify it?
I think that they could.
Do you think so?
I don't think it's that.
You mean it's an overplayed oldie?
It's a very overplayed oldie, and it's from 1974.
Is that when it first came out, or when you first played it?
No,
we played it there.
We played it in 1980, but it came out in 1974.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Pat, do you have a special memory you'd like to share with us?
Yeah. It's a different type of memory, but I remember listening, and I often wondered how those people could call KVQ to try to win prizes, and I'd just be scared, thinking, how can they, just call and talk and this and that. And it wasn't until I won Madonna's concert tickets that I became one of those people who wasn't afraid to call and win stuff or just to talk.
You became one of those people.
Yeah.
And And you haven't stopped since?
Not even.
Well, right on. Well, thank you very much for listening, Pat, and for continuing to listen. And we're gonna move on here, and we're gonna play this last song that
Kelly, you're going to play the last song when Pat mentions the Madonna concert tickets and so forth. I remember that must have happened a couple years ago. Can you recall when it was? I can't remember.
Madonna, 1990, 1989.
Because I remember that Elf Ken had some remarks to say, that the elves, they captured Madonna and put some clothes on her. Whatever it was. Oh, well.
John, are you there?
No, he's...
Yes.
Oh,
John.
John.
See, I told him he couldn't leave.
Oh, okay.
He is under my spell today. All right, I want to start giving out some hints about this first song, and I'm going to need your help, Dad.
Okay.
Do you know who it is?
Do I know?
Do you know?
No, I haven't the slightest idea. I can't remember.
I'm showing it to him right now. It's like, can you read that?
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right, now give us some hints, okay? It's
You want me to pick the?
Okay, all right. There's a clue. Pick a clue, and it has to do with one of the basic 4 food groups.
No, fast food. No.
All right. Do you get that, John?
Yeah, I'm still in the dark though, and I know what the song is. I just can't remember.
You know what the song is. You just can't remember.
Sure, as soon as you hear it.
All right. All right. Okay. Look, I have some calls, and we'll see if maybe some of these people know. We gave away a pretty decent clue there. Hello, who's this? No, they're gone.
Oh,
hello, who's this?
Wait a minute.
Hello.
Hello.
Who is this?
Hi, this is Becky Cummins.
Becky.
Becky?
Do you know what our first song was?
Well, I'm
those
just going to guess. Your last clue threw me off, but I'm going to say Susie Q.
Dude, that would have been good. That's a good guess.
That would have been a good one, huh?
It would have been, but that was not it. Now, I gave away the clue of it's one of the basic food groups.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and
cow cells.
No. And
is it meatloaf?
No.
Yeah, that was another one of my guesses. Meatloaf.
No.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it was not meatloaf, but it is one of the basic 4 food
I
groups.
can't get it. That was the only guess I had, and that threw me off. No time to think.
All right. Well, thanks
Thank
for calling.
you.
All right. Hello, who's this?
Hi, it's Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. Did you hear us talking about you?
No, my sister told me though.
Oh, yeah. We were talking to Don Foresti on the phone and playing some of his old commercials from way back in 1981.
Right.
Yes. All right, do you happen to know what our first song was that we played?
No, I was thinking bread when you said
all right.
food group.
Okay. All right, Joanne.
Yeah.
You have the group. It was a song from Bread. Now, if you can just give me the title, I'm going to not only play the song, but I will also give you a 6-month membership for 2 people at Family Fitness Center.
Oh, geez, I'm trying to think of
all right, you got the group.
Yeah, you got the group, and you're supposed to pick the song.
Pick the song, dude.
How about Baby, I'ma Want You?
Oh, very good.
That's
close,
a good guess.
That was before that.
That was If, wasn't it? Or what was it?
Yeah, I think it was before.
Yeah.
All right, well, we know it is Bread.
Right.
And we want you to pick the song, dude.
Pick goes along with what?
We're giving her too much. You know, we've got 3 lines ringing right now, and we're going to milk her through this.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
Joanne.
Okay.
We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye. Hello, who's this?
Brad from Apple Valley.
Brad from Apple Valley.
How you doing, Kelly?
Fine. How are you?
I know Mr. Ken.
Hello, Brad.
Do you know what our song that we're trying to get people to say is?
Could it be Make It With You?
Nope, that's not it. Thanks, Brad. We're going
thanks,
to go to
Brad.
the next caller. Hello, who's this?
Sue?
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 Sue Houseman. Oh, I know who you are.
Yeah, I went to school with you.
Yeah. Do you know what song we're talking about?
Aubrey, what's her name? That one?
No.
Oh,
We're telling you to pick the song, dude.
Well, it was that. Wasn't it Aubrey or something like that?
No.
Okay.
All
Sorry.
right. We got one more. We've got one more caller, and I hope that they
Bye,
have
Sue.
it. We've probably mentioned every hit from Bread except the one that we played. Hello, who is this? Hello. Oh, they already gave up. All right. Well,
They knew.
they knew it, but they gave up too soon. All right. Well, we want to give away this prize, and I know this is tough.
Just play the song then.
We're just gonna play the song.
Yep. This was the first song.
The very first
No,
song.
you got some more people who want to guess.
Oh, we do now. Yes, we do. Okay, there they are. It just took a while for the lines to clear. Hello, who's this?
This is Julie Carpenter.
Julie Carpenter.
Yeah.
How are you, Julie?
I'm fine, thank you.
How long have you been listening to KVVQ?
Oh, gosh, about a year now.
A year now. All right. So have you been listening all morning and hearing this evolution of KVVQ from 1980?
Well, I'm at work and I'm trying to listen to you.
Yeah, I know how that is. Well, actually, I have to listen to radio all day.
I don't really have much of a choice. Well, do you have a guess on what our very first song was? If you can guess it, I have 2 6-month memberships to Family Fitness Center.
Oh, how about Baby I'ma Want You?
No, that was already guessed.
Oh.
Now everyone's right. It is a song from Bread. Yeah. And the other clue that we're trying to give you is pick the song, dude.
Pick the song, dude. Okay, I'll give it some more thought.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye. Hello, who's this? I already hung up. Hello, who's this?
Sabrina.
Yeah. Now you went to one of our concerts with us.
I
In
did.
fact, you fixed my hair when Maggie laughed about it being messed up.
That's right.
And we all know who messed my hair up. It was Brad.
Yes, it was Brad.
All right. Well, Sabrina, do you know this answer?
You keep saying pick. What did you say?
Pick the song, dude. And what would you pick besides your nose?
That's an Elf Ken joke.
I don't know. I was thinking it was Diary, but then your clue just totally threw me off.
Well, that's a good guess, though. Diary is a very good guess, but that is not the song.
Okay.
The very first song that we played on the airwaves. So thanks, Sabrina. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Rick from Victorville.
Hi, Rick from Victorville.
Is it Guitar Man?
You got it,
Rick.
dude.
Hey,
Rick, what is your last name?
You picked the right one, dude.
Yeah.
Kissel.
Kissel?
Yeah.
Kissel?
2 L's.
SSELL. And
I didn't realize that Rick had 2 L's in it.
Don Rickle.
I'm just trying to spell it.
So Rick, how long have you been listening to KVVQ?
2 years, ever since I got up here.
2 years. Where'd you move from?
Torrance.
From Torrance.
Yeah.
Have you been listening all morning and hearing this evolution on our 13th birthday?
For the last hour or so, yeah.
For the last
I
hour?
like it.
It's been interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You should have been listening at 7 o'clock when we had all those old stuff from 1980. Well, Rick, we're going to play the song now because you guessed it, and that means that our anniversary show is over with.
Okay.
For today. But what I have for you is 2 6-month memberships to Family Fitness Center. So are you married?
No, I'm not.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Well,
I just want
All right, well, we won't get it that personal. I'm sorry. Well, I have 6-month membership for you and whoever you choose to take with you to Family Fitness Center. So you can pick those up from me tomorrow.
Okay.
And thank you so much for listening,
Don't play
Rick.
it yet, Kelly.
Okay, all right, we won't play it yet?
Not yet.
All right, well,
Goodbye, Rick.
Thanks,
Okay, thanks, Kelly.
thanks, Rick. We'll
Bye.
see you later. Bye-bye. Why?
We have to thank a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, we do. That's right. We do have to thank a lot of people. In fact, I made a list here. I want to thank Cindy and Ashley Hunter for bringing in cupcakes.
Right.
I need to thank Shelley from Shelley's Place for the birthday cake.
Yes.
I need to thank Family Fitness Center for giving us those memberships to give away to Rick Kissel. And Mike at Spring Valley Lake Country Club for the rounds of golf, which was very generous. And I want to thank to all our listeners for 13 great years in the high desert.
Maggie and Linda, Virginia, Don, Pat, Lori, Francine, Jeff, Chuck, Lori, Elsie, Julie, Sabrina. Who else am I missing? Rick, Sue, Joanne, my goodness. And
Joyce McKay.
And 50,000 other people.
Yes, yes.
And all the advertisers. And do you realize, Kelly, that sometime this week we will play our 1 millionth commercial on the air?
Oof.
I sat up all night counting them. And a little bit later, after we play the song, we will play those million commercials.
Yes, absolutely. All right, well, thank you all of us for, thank all of you from all of us for
Kelly?
making this morning very successful. Yes.
Daughter Kelly.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I was glad to do it.
And to my lovely wife, Melly, and to my other sons, Brad and Scott. Scott's on vacation. He'll be back on Monday with John and all the chatter and the stuff that goes on in the morning. And also then for Brad, who's over at Laughlin, who couldn't be here this morning and so forth. Thank you very much, family. It's been a lot of fun.
And a special thanks to Buck, who's up in heaven.
Yes.
Thank you. 13 years on the air, KVVQ FM. Thanks, High Desert.